Shelby Shell, the man accused of killing former Everett's Mayor Ronnie King in 2013, will begin day 4 in his murder trial today. We have an update on a murder case out of Knox County where the man accused of the crimes claims he is innocent. And we will bring you a sad story of a little girl shot in the head after playing at home with her brother.
Dedicated to Eastern and Southern Kentucky, this is WYMT Mountain News This Morning.
Good morning. Let's try this again. It is 5:59. That I am sure of. It is Wednesday, March 13th. I'm Will Puckett. Thank you for tuning in to Mountain News This Morning. Well, yesterday was a nice day, and so was Monday. So Brandon's going to tell us that today is going to be the same, but he's going to say at least temperature-wise.
Same but different. Temperatures will actually be warmer today, but it's going to be a nice day overall. Again, cloudy skies for parts of it. Let's take a look at the cameras right now. Not too much cloud cover at UVA-wise. You see the moon setting there as you go for the first part of your morning, but the clouds are starting to spread out a little bit. Buffalo Mountain, not too much action going on right now as we approach 6 o'clock. Live pinpoint Doppler radar, a little string of rain there trying to show up, but I don't know if it's reaching the ground this morning, so we're going to continue to monitor that. If you're seeing that reaching the ground in your area, send us a report there. Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and on both pages there on WYMT or my page. And as we take a look at the temperatures, that's where it gets a little bit crazy. 33 Ashland, 35 Hazard, close to 50 out toward Williamsburg, 40 there in Pikeville, 42 in London. Across the south, you see the warm air crashing in there, 61 Memphis, 55 Huntsville, and that's going to continue. A normal day on the coffee meter, and we'll see the forecast bring us temperatures in the upper 60s by later this afternoon. Full forecast on the way here in just a few minutes. Will?
All righty, Brandon, thank you. Well, yesterday in Bell County, Shelby Shell, the man accused of killing former Everett's Mayor Ronnie King in 2013, continued day 3 in his murder trial. Family members of both King and Shell testified in addition to several others. WYMT's Hannah Reynolds has the latest.
6 years ago, Shelby Shell claimed he didn't kill Ronnie King.
I'll beat it in court because I will, because, I didn't do it, what I'm saying? They ain't got no evidence on me, what I'm saying? I ain't done nothing.
Now he's being tried for murder. And from the witness stand, his brother Ernie Shell doesn't agree with Shelby's plea.
He says, I just want you to know something. He said, I'm a real killer, and that's when he pulled the pistol out.
But Ernie Shell is not the only one to say so. The jury heard it in Shelby's words on a tape recording played during James Collins' testimony.
It was about him killing the guy, and he responded with laughter.
Former detectives say the multitude of evidence from both Ronnie King and Shelby Shell tell the same story.
He had this honest person at the time of the arrest, Shelby Shell.
And Shelby Shell is sticking to his words from 2013. In Bell County, Hannah Reynolds, WYMT Mountain News.
Now, the Shelby Shell trial will continue today at 9 in the morning. Now, the case against a man charged in a Knox County murder is moving forward. Police say Philip Lee Lewis shot Gary Medlin at a convenience store in January. The troopers say Medlin was a bystander during a robbery at the A&B Quick Stop convenience store. He was trying to get away when they say Lewis shot him. A grand jury will now hear the case. They will decide whether or not to indict Lewis. In a jailhouse interview with WYMT, Lewis said he was innocent and is being framed. The judge kept his bond at $1 million cash. Well, tonight marks the 1-year anniversary of the death of Pikeville police officer Scotty Hamilton. At 11:30 p.m., Officer Hamilton was shot and killed while responding to a crime in the Hurricane Creek community just outside the city limits. John Russell Hall was arrested in the days following the shooting, and he was convicted late last year and sentenced to life without parole. Hamilton was a 12-year veteran of the Pikeville Police Department before Hall shot and killed him. Well, police say a disagreement over who would make dinner ended with one man pistol whipping his brother. Ronnie Holbrook's faces wanton endangerment and second-degree assault charges. Investigators say Holbrook's admitted to drinking most of the evening, and then he became angry when his brother did not make dinner. Police say he then hit his brother with the end of the handgun. Well, a Laurel County mother is behind bars this morning for allegedly using drugs while her 4-year-old son wandered away. Deputies say 36-year-old Deborah Huff was smoking meth and taking Suboxone when her son was found wandering a short distance away at another home. Deputies say the boy was gone from Huff's home for at least 30 minutes. Huff has been charged with wanton endangerment and public intoxication. Social Services is assisting the sheriff's office with the child. Well, 2 children kidnapped, taken to Mexico. The suspects, their father, their mother, and her boyfriend. Victor Carrington's estranged wife, Christy Carrington, and her boyfriend, Jay Thompson, got the kids after a birthday party. Christy and Jay were arrested 8 days later, trying to re-enter the U.S. from Mexico on February 12th in a car. Victor was arrested 4 days later, trying to walk back in along with the children. This was a first for all officers on the department.
It's our first involvement in anything like this. So, I mean, we was going into it blind. We didn't, but it worked out.
Hopefully your last.
Yes, yeah. I don't care if I have another one. That's definitely.
The kids are safe and now in the custody of CPS. Investigators are not sure why they went to Mexico. Well, a 7-year-old girl shot in the head. She is in critical condition this morning as doctors are working to save her life. It all happened in the town of Shively near Louisville yesterday. Police say the 2 kids were playing inside when the 11-year-old brother found the gun under the bed in a secured box. It is unclear who was holding the gun when it went off, but the 7-year-old girl was shot in the head. And police say if you have a gun, keep it unloaded and secure where kids can't get to it.
The likelihood of you needing your gun so quickly that you would leave it readily available and loaded is just, it doesn't happen. It happens on TV and in movies. It doesn't happen in real life. Keep them locked up and out of the way.
Now, officers do continue to investigate. It is unclear if any charges will be filed. Well, federal authorities are calling it the biggest college cheating scam ever prosecuted. It has entangled 9 college coaches, 2 Hollywood actresses, and more than 30 other wealthy parents. CBS's Laura Podesta has the details.
I feel like it's not right.
They should just study instead of just cheating their way into there.
Students across the country are feeling cheated themselves after a sweeping college admissions bribery scandal came to light yesterday.
It kind of hurts when you see someone getting in from not really doing anything.
Court documents say the scheme was in operation for nearly a decade and involved at least 33 wealthy parents paying $25 million to get their kids into some of the country's most elite schools through falsified test scores or pretending to be student-athlete recruits.
For every student admitted through fraud, an honest, genuinely talented student was rejected.
At the center of it all, William Rick Singer, a college admissions consultant who pled guilty to racketeering, conspiracy, and obstruction of justice.
Numerous parents paid Singer between $15,000 and $75,000 to have someone either take the exam for their child or to correct their child's answers afterward.
That includes Desperate Housewives star Felicity Huffman, who posted $250,000 bail yesterday.
Their actions were, without a doubt, insidious, selfish, and shameful.
Fellow Hollywood actress Lori Loughlin of Full House allegedly paid $500,000 in bribes to get her daughters into USC as members of the crew team, even though they didn't row. 9 college coaches were charged with using recruitment slots for kids who had no intention of playing college sports. Laura Podesta, CBS News.
Now, no students were charged in the scheme. Authorities say in many cases the students were not aware of their parents' actions. Now, deputies are searching for 2 teenagers from Logan County, West Virginia, who they believe are in a stolen SUV. 18-year-old Dylan Bledsoe is wanted for grand larceny, kidnapping, and fraudulent use of a credit card. Investigators say Bledsoe stole the black 2014 Ford Escape from his grandfather. It has West Virginia plates reading V76007. Deputies believe Bledsoe is with a 15-year-old girl and on their way to Virginia or North Carolina. If you have any information, call the Sheriff's Department at 304-792-8590. Well, we have been telling you about a slide along Kentucky 72 in Harlan County for more than a month now. The slide has brought the road down to one single lane. Crews have been hauling debris from the site over the last couple of days in hopes of clearing out the slide in the next few weeks. People who live near the area say it has caused them headaches, and they're hopeful it will be fixed soon.
You have to leave 30 minutes, 45 minutes early. Same for school, you know, and school delays for that matter. It's all around just huge hassle. And there needs to be an alternative route.
Officials say the 2 weeks to clean up the slide does not factor in possible rain that could cause issues during the cleanup.
Well, the forecast this morning starting to cloud up a little bit across the region. Some rain off in the distance, but I think most of that will dry out before it gets here. You see on satellite radar out to the west, and we're seeing it again kind of evaporating as it gets closer here. A warm front pushing all that toward us this morning. Ashland went back to sleep this morning, but they were the coldest spot a few minutes ago at 33, 43 Logan, 42 Pikeville, 35 here in Hazard, close to 50 in Williamsburg, and 42 in London. Temperatures on the Kentucky Mesonet, you can see lots of 30s, 40s, and again close to 50 out toward Whitley City, Dorton, over in Pike County. So your out the door forecast, we will see temperatures climb quickly, especially as we get deeper to the day into the upper 60s, maybe close to 70 in some areas. Some sunshine around later this afternoon, but don't expect it to be an all-day thing. Will?
All righty. Well, thank you for joining us right here on Mountain News this morning. More news is on the way. Coming up, we have interviews from veterans who are returning to Vietnam for the first time after the Vietnam War. And college students from Philadelphia find themselves not at the beach, but in eastern Kentucky for spring break. We will tell you why.